Hey everybody, I'm kind of drowsy right now, but it's a prime opportunity to make a video, and so I'm doing that. I really liked the poem so far this week. I loved your poem, Kayla, and I love those poems, Rachel, as we've heard before, but they're timeless. And Elion, it's okay if, and I really loved your whole thing of K-pop, and so I listened to some K-pop, and it was interesting. It was interesting. I could get into it. It's one of those things. And so I'm going to read one of my favorite poems, if not my favorite poem, by Tony Hoagland. It's kind of long. It's called Hearings, and it's from his book, Donkey Gospel, if you should ever choose to buy a Tony Hoagland book. Autumn, and the trees decide again they don't need leaves. Mothers add more blankets to the bed. Yellow lights in the windows of the junior high mean that night school is back in session. Tired grown-ups sitting at the plastic desks, learning to bisect the hypotenuse, how to say spreadsheet in Japanese. This week on television, we get to watch our congressman nervously pronounce the word homosexual in public. The committee trying to determine whether queers are good enough to pull the triggers on machines designed to foreclose lives contrary to the national well-being. But the congressman can't pull the trigger on his own tongue to fire out the word without tripping over it, fumbling, stumbling, somewhere into the ditch between home and sexual. You might say his defense industry is troubled, as if he had a subterranean suspicion that to say it might mean, just a little, to become it. Which might be right, since language uses us the way birds use sky, the way seeds and viruses braid themselves into a mammal's fur and hitchhike toward the future. When you say a word, you enter its vocabulary. It's got your home address, your phone number, and wait, it won't forget. The way parents, who finally bring themselves to say lesbian, enter, through that checkpoint, the country where their daughter lives. Tonight, all over Washington, senators and mayors will practice until they are as fluent saying homosexual as they already are at saying Mr. President and first strike option. Sometimes we think the truth is the worst thing that could happen, but the truth is not the worst thing that could happen. Now it is autumn, and in stores the turquoise wading pools, spangled with bright starfishes and shells, are stacked against the walls, on sale, implying what was costly yesterday is cheap today and might be free tomorrow. All of our yearnings, all our fears, so many seahorses galloping through bubbles. I love that poem so much, like, when I'm stressed out or, like, overwhelmed, just, like, going back to that metaphor, all our yearnings, all our fears, just, they're just seahorses, and they're just going through bubbles, and it's just, like, it's, like, so calm and serene, and, like, our troubles and worries are really not that important, and they're just, we should really let them go. And I just try to focus on that. And it's hard, like, doing that. I think I'd like to share some other quotes, if I may. This video is going to be really long. Okay, this is a really good quote. It's probably one of my favorites. It's from the film 8½, which we watched in Herring's English class. He says, "My dears, happiness consists of being able to tell the truth without hurting anyone." I love that so much. God, it just occurred to me that, like, the passing cars are, like, changing the shadows on my wall behind me, and it felt like Paranormal Activity was going on. That's where my mind went when I see, like, shadows change. But, it's okay. Alright, well, I love you guys, and I am excited to hear your poem tomorrow, Allegra. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.